Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly winery update. I'm Amanda. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you guys are sipping on something good, let me know in the comments section what you are drinking tonight. I've got one of my favorites, Marquette Rosé. I was totally going to top my glass off too before I got started and spaced out. I was trying to make sure I had all my photos ready for tonight since I've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about here. So if you guys are drinking something good, let me know. I've got a little bit of Marquette Rosé left in my glass, hopefully enough to get me through this update for tonight. I'm not gonna lie, it has already been a crazy week and it's only Wednesday. It was a crazy week and Monday. And if you guys didn't see, Christian and I ended up going and getting 15 tables, almost 140 chairs, 4 cocktail tables, some speakers. We got a whole bunch of good stuff from a place that closed down in Madison. And we loaded it up in a trailer, brought it back to Milton. And that was pretty crazy. It was a full day Monday. Yesterday, I was out at the Janesville Country Club for the Forward Janesville Golf outing and had an amazing time out there. Saw a bunch of familiar faces, met some new friends as well. We were serving up Bloody Marys and raspberry wine lemonade cocktail things that were really good. Those were a big hit. It's just been a crazy week already. Today we had just a normal tasting room, and I had a meeting with the new winery building builder and touched base with them on a couple of things. So we're excited about that too here. All right. Let me start getting in. We've got a lot going on this week and next week. So I'll start talking about all the fun stuff that we have going on here. First up, I have the Slushy Flavors for this week. So this week we have Throwback Thursday and Raspberry Rosé. I think these would be really good mixed together. Not gonna lie, that sounds delicious. So we've got Throwback Thursday and Raspberry Rosé for the Slushy Flavors. For events today, we had kind of like a private women financial event tonight. And then starting tomorrow, we are kicking it off. We've got yoga. I was going to double check, and then I ran out of time on whether or not we even have yoga tickets still available, because last I looked, they were critically low. So there may or may not still be like 1 or 2 tickets left. Last I looked, it was like at least a couple of days ago, and I think there were maybe 2 left. So if you don't have your ticket for yoga yet, you may or may not still have a chance to join us tomorrow night. Yoga will be inside. We've had such amazing weather, and then now all of a sudden it's just gonna like cool down here. But I suppose tomorrow's the first day of fall, so it's about time that the weather starts cooperating with the season, I guess. So we have yoga going on tomorrow night, Thursday, 6 p.m. Then for Friday, it's Wino Bingo night. And our September organization is the Edgerton Tri-County Community Center. They joined us on September 9th, 2 weeks ago, and they'll be coming back this Friday, the 23rd. At 6 p.m., of course. Many of you know all the rules and everything about Wino Bingo, but you may not know about the Edgerton Tri-County Community Center. So they are, in fact, a community center that serves like not just Edgerton, but the surrounding areas and counties. I know when they came out to the winery on the 9th, they mentioned that they recently had an issue with I believe it was the water pipes, but it was a very, very expensive repair that they had to do. And so they are definitely trying to raise some funds to help make up for some big expenses that they've had lately, and they do a lot of amazing stuff for the community. If you can join us on Friday, I know they went through and talked about some of the different programs and things that they offer. So hopefully you can come on Friday for Wino Bingo and support the Edgerton Tri-County Communities Fair. The other thing we've got going on this week, it's going to be the last go of it. On Friday and Saturday this weekend, we're getting the last bit of our 2022 grapes for the season. We've already gotten a good chunk of them. And so I just wanted to say, if anybody is interested in coming and helping, let us know, shoot us a message, and this could be your hand here in that picture. On Friday, I know that's going to be tricky. A lot of people will be at work, but Saturday, we're going to be getting a good chunk of grapes in to the winery. Friday, we're going to be going off-site, so that's kind of like a special field trip thing. And then Saturday, the grapes are going to be coming to the winery, and they're going to be red grapes, just like you see here. And I just recently posted a TikTok and Instagram reel showing off what it's like to process the red grapes. It gets pretty messy, but it is a good time. If you do have any kind of bee allergy, I will warn you, the bees like to come with the grapes, so be aware of that. Thankfully, my desk is wood, so I can knock on it here. I won't knock too loud because that'll make the dogs bark. So I'm going to soft knock and say I haven't been stung by a bee yet during harvest, but it's probably only a matter of time, I'll be honest. Hopefully, we'll have some nice cooler temps though, and it'll be smooth sailing. Grapes are almost done, and then we just got to figure out where to put all this stuff because we're losing space rapidly, but that's okay. Oh, fingers crossed, this new building is going to go up quickly, and we're going to be back to having some space to breathe. I don't think it'll last long, but don't tell the team that. But all right, so Grape Harvesters, if you want to come help, let me know. That's going to be Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday, the 25th, we'll have back-to-back Acoustic Duo hopefully out on the patio. I haven't gotten my weekly weather report from Ethan yet. He'll fill me in tomorrow on what's going on. But fingers crossed, we're going to be able to do live music out on the patio. And then currently, I think this is like the end of live music, but I'm thinking we can see about booking some fall and winter music here and do some smaller stuff inside. We're going to try it out. You know, some of the artists like Cindy, we've had inside multiple times, and it always seems to work out well. So this is the last music we have booked for kind of the season, but stay tuned. Hopefully we're going to be able to book some other people here and keep the good times rolling. So we've got back-to-back playing this coming Sunday. All right, let's see what's going on this next week. So we've kind of covered what we've got going on this week. Time for a little sip of wine. And then we can get into next week because we've got some good stuff going on then too. Okay, so we have Wednesdays, of course, the update. Then on Thursday, we have two events, one at the winery and one outside of the winery. So on Thursday, again, I should have double checked. So just go to if you want tickets, go to the event page. It won't let you buy tickets if we're sold out. So that's the good news. We're going to have a comedy show. Christian is hosting. She's got a couple other fun comedians that'll be coming in, and they'll be doing the show at the winery after hours. So the show doesn't start until 7:30 on Thursday. We normally close at 7. So if you show up a little early, that's fine. But just note they're going to be kind of transitioning and setting up, getting everything ready. And Yeah, I know a lot of people have gone. This is like the third or fourth comedy show that Christians hosted at the winery, and they have been a big hit. We've had a lot of repeat attendees. So if you haven't had the chance to come out yet, get your tickets for next Thursday for our comedy show. Then also happening next Thursday in Janesville is the YWCA Walk a Mile. So this is happening, I believe, downtown Janesville. I just had the event up. So let me see if I can find it again, since I had it up on my phone with the details. And here we go. So it's the YWCA Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. And so it's a unique event where they try to raise awareness and funds for the YWCA of Rock County that helps victims of domestic violence. And so there'll be a brief program, and then the walk will start at 6 p.m. They're going to have us there serving wine. Rock County Brewing and Gray's Brewing will be there doing the beer. And then they're going to have the Upstream Fish Company food truck, Eat at Joe's food truck, and La Kermez. I don't know. This is a new food truck for me. I haven't heard of that one before. So food trucks, drinks, a walk, and it's going to be a good time. So I'm double checking. Yeah, so that's downtown Janesville on Thursday, September 29th. I don't know if you need to get tickets ahead of time or if you can just show up. The event is on our Facebook page, so go there and get more details. So if you're not going to the comedy show, hopefully we're going to see you at the YWCA Walk a Mile event instead. Okay, so we've got that going on Thursday next week. Then Friday next week, we've got two events too. There's always something going on at Timber Hill Winery. Okay, this time I'll start with what's happening outside of the winery. Next Friday, the Milton Community Days. Those are up at Schilberg Park, September 30th from 4 to 8. That'll be the Milton Community Days. They bring in all kinds of vendors, and of course they'll have the wine. And so it's a really good event. I know the last time I went to it, I think it was like 2 times ago, they had like the police there with the dogs, and they were doing demonstrations with the police dogs, and it just like all kinds of random stuff going on. But that was really fun. They had different vendors selling like food items and stuff too, and food trucks there. So if you're looking for something to do on September 30th, you can go early to the Milton Community Days and then head to the winery for the second round of movie trivia. So we did this last week on the 16th. We did the first half, the first 50 questions of movie trivia. And then on the 30th at 6 p.m., we'll be doing the second half, 50 questions. I'm not going to lie, it was kind of hard. The movie trivia questions, I guess I'm not like a huge movie person. Like I definitely am more of like a TV sitcom person than movies, but I did not know a lot of answers. There were some teams that also did not know a lot of the answers, but then there were quite a few teams who did. So if you are a movie expert or just looking for something fun to do next Friday, we're going to be having movie trivia. Teams can be 2 to 6 people. And that's it for Friday's 2 events. Then it's hard to believe, starting next week, Saturday, it will be October already, which means the fall collection will be available to everybody starting next Saturday. So right now, the fall collection is still the September wine of the month. Kyle and I were in the back room doing some arranging and everything today, and we were looking at especially pumpkin spice, and it's getting really low. So the fall collection for the rest of September, so between now and next Friday, it's still Herd Wine Club members only. But then starting next Saturday, October 1st, the floodgates open and it's available to anyone and everyone for purchase. And that's while supplies last. So we've got caramel apple, pumpkin spice, blood orange, and cherry pie. And if you haven't seen in the newsletter, we've been including some fun recipes on different drinks to make with the fall collection. So we've got a caramel apple mimosa that was posted in today's newsletter. That sounds delicious. We've got that. And I need to we've got recipe cards printed out at the winery too. So if you get these, you can grab some of those recipe cards. We also have recipe cards for some of the other fun wine cocktails that we make too. So I know a lot of people that come in, they have the strawberry passion fruit lemonade and they're like, how do I make this at home? It's like, well, it's actually not too hard. You just need the mixer, the wine, and some lemonade and ice. So we've got recipe cards for a lot of the different drinks that we make. We don't have a recipe card for our September cocktail of the month yet, but again, this one's pretty easy. You just got to make a trip out to Skelly's Farm Market and get some of these delicious apple cider donuts, then a bottle of Sunday Funday and a little bit of apple cider, and you have the apple cider mimosa. It has been such a big hit. People have been loving the fact that we have a drink that comes with a donut. I mean, if you come in on Sunday morning, like this is the ideal Sunday breakfast, if you ask me. A donut and a mimosa, especially for fall. It's going to be so good. So September cocktail is happening now through Friday of next week. So when September ends, these Skelly's donuts will be, I guess, while supplies last. If there's any couple left over, we may or may not have some left over. That is if I don't eat what's left over, which is, there's a high probability there. Then for October, we're going to have a fun drink. Heads up. It's called Witch's Brew. It's going to be really tasty. So stay tuned for what that is going to entail. Probably next week, I'll be able to show you a beautiful photo and give you the full details on that. But that's a little sneak peek into what the October wine cocktail is going to be. I don't have the October wine of the month ready for you either, but next week I'll be able to fill you in on some of those details. Some of the other wines that we're running low on, this says back in stock. It should say almost gone. Dragon's Breath is dwindling away. We had Dragons on the Rock this last weekend, and we went through a good chunk of the wine there. And then now there's only a few cases left. So this is your low stock warning that Dragon's Breath is it's getting low and it's going to go back into the vault until next August when we're getting ready again for Dragons on the Rock. So limited time here. You've got a chance to get the Dragon's Breath wine before it goes back into the vault. The other wine that we're having low stock alert on would be Back to School, the wine that surprised many. The peanut butter jelly wine is getting low. This is Throwback Thursday and raspberry mixed together with some natural peanut butter flavoring. And it's been a big hit. It's surprised a lot of people. And so it's getting low stock. And when it's gone, it's going back in the vault until next year, probably when it's back to school season again. So back to school is low, available to everybody. Let's see what else we've got going on. Something I definitely want to talk about is the charcuterie workshop that we have coming up October 5th. We have limited tickets for this too. Now, this is a herd member event, so you do need to be part of the wine club to sign up for this. One of the big exciting benefits of being in the wine club is exclusive events like the charcuterie workshop. So tickets are only $30 and you get to make an 8-inch charcuterie board. She teaches you how to make these beautiful salami roses like you see here. She's going to have all the different meats and cheeses and nuts and fruit and flowers and everything. And when I say she, I'm talking about delicious boards. They are going to be the ones coming and providing all the materials and instructions on how to build your board. She's the expert. Well, I've made plenty of cheese boards in my day. It would take some practice for me to get one looking this beautiful. So she is definitely going to be the expert in how to get that salami rose just right. Or I see like this is, I think the other thing you see here with the meat is called like a salami river. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with cheese boards, guys. Recently, I saw a TikTok video about a butter board that looked really interesting. Like they might be some of the new charcuterie boards. So we might have to try that sometime here soon too. But I'm really excited for this charcuterie workshop, I'm not going to lie. It's on a Wednesday night, so I'm going to definitely be there, and then I have to hustle home for the weekly winery update. But I love a good charcuterie, cheese board, etc. And never hurts to learn. I've done one other class. It was in Madison, and it was such a good time. She even showed us how to like take like blackberries you see in the photos and like take a little paintbrush and dust them with a little gold to add a little sparkle to your plate, and turned out so beautiful. So who knows what kind of tips and tricks you'll learn in the charcuterie workshop that we've got coming up here. And I'm really looking forward to it. I've been busy today working on, so I said earlier that I had a meeting with Sockness, our builders, and my big homework assignment for this week is I have to come up with the floor plan of the bar and kitchen so the plumbers can draw out the plumbing plan before they pour the cement and everything. So that's like the next stages there. And then once we get the plumbing plan and the cement plan, it's like go time. The cement will get poured. Well, okay, and this is a good debate. Is it cement or concrete? I should know the answer to this. I probably should be saying concrete. Therese, who is on our team, would always correct me on this. I think the word's interchangeable, but apparently in the construction business, it's not. So the concrete guys will be coming in and pouring the slab. Building will get enclosed, and they're thinking kind of late spring will still be like a very realistic timeline. I'm still hoping if the building's enclosed and everything, my birthday is the end of February. I'm going to have some sort of birthday drink in the building as long as it's safe. Might not be able to have a birthday party there, but we're working on it. We were working on some other good stuff, but yeah, this afternoon I was just sitting on my computer trying to think of what all we needed behind the bar. If you guys have any experience in like bartending or anything and have worked at a bar and been like, oh, it was so nice having like this thing behind the bar, let me know, because I've got to figure all this out here. So I'm working on that. The other big project I've got going on, aside from everything else we already talked about, is we're working on a sweet sparkling red wine. So imagine Throwback Thursday as like a carbonated wine. It's going to be delicious. This is the groundnut corking bottle. I've been cherishing it. But we're trying to make Throwback Thursday, but carbonated. So like a sparkling champagne style wine. My problem is I don't know what to call it. I've had a few suggestions. The word crimson has been thrown around, like crimson red sparkling or crimson sparkling. I don't know. And then once we nail down the name, I got to come up with a label and I got to do this like yesterday. So any feedback, advice, ideas you guys have, I know in the past we've generated some awesome ideas for other wines like Darling Doe and stuff through the weekly update. So if you guys have some ideas, throw them our way, please, because my energy is depleted with the grapes and the events and everything else we got going on. I can't figure out what to call our new wine, and I'm so excited for it. It's going to be perfect. I'm fingers crossed if we can get this label done, then it'll hopefully be ready for the holidays. And speaking of holidays, it is about that time, starting next week. The Advent 12 Days of Christmas wine boxes pre-orders will be ready. So stay tuned for that. I know somebody just posted today though that Christmas is 95 days away. I think is what she said. I didn't double check her math. I'm going to believe her. So we're like 90-ish days out from Christmas. It's time to get the Christmas boxes out and get the pre-orders going. I know it seems early, but it's time. I know it's just starting to fall, but Christmas box pre-orders will be coming out here next week. So stay tuned for that. The flavors are going to be really similar to last year. Last year was a big hit where we kind of did the build your own box. So it's going to be similar to that this year. Next week, I'll have like the final details on that once we get all the pre-order stuff set up and everything. And we'll put that out on the website and stuff then, so that next week you can get your 12 wines of Christmas pre-orders in. And we're doing a limited number of boxes this year, so you're definitely going to want to do the pre-order. Oh boy, I think that's it. I'm ready to refill my glass. There's a little bit left in here, but not enough. I've got to go finish working on that bar design, see what else we got going on, and then maybe relax for once. It's been a busy week, and with grapes coming, it's just going to get crazier. So take advantage of a semi-slow day, and hopefully we're going to have a busy, amazing weekend ahead. I hope you guys can come and join us for some of the fun events and different things that we've got going on at the winery and out and about in our amazing community. That's all I've got for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me. Cheers.